We go to Kendall Crimson versus Margaret Majors. Kendall Crimson, like I said, is on a bit of a loss streak. 0 wins in 2 matches, losing both. And Margaret Majors, who's making her debut tonight. She's definitely probably the biggest woman on the roster. She's fucking huge. And it looks like she's definitely going to be using her size in this match with some powerful offense. As we go into some more chain wrestling, because of course we always do. Kendall's definitely got a bit of an uphill battle to fight here. Of course, not having the advantage of size here, and obviously coming off the back of 2 losses definitely has to do a little bit to your mental side. But then I guess you could say the same thing about Margaret Majors. We're coming in making her debut, that maybe the beginner nerves could start to set in. And somehow Kendall Crimson has just enough strength to get Margaret up. Take her back down to the mat. The referee's in the fucking way. That'd be nice if he moved. Can the referee just fucking move? Right, going for the pin on Margaret now. 1. A kick out at 1 from Margaret. Kendall trying to get the match done as quick as possible. Going after legs now. Kendall is looking surprisingly dominant in this, though. Not something we've really seen much from her in other matches so far. And now Margaret going for the headbutt, but Kendall moving out of the way quick enough as we go into some more chain wrestling. Kendall with a reversal and more chain wrestling. Targeting the arm. Margaret now reversing. Flinging Kendall down to the mat. Margaret could be potentially matched height-wise by Julia, but she's definitely one of the more intimidating figures. Yeah, but when I say biggest woman, though, I don't just mean height. Like, she definitely is just... even if she's a similar height to Julia, Julia's nowhere near as wide as she is. Margaret's definitely going to have more power. As she wants to prove today, she goes for the pin on Kendall. 1. Kick out before 1 from Kendall. Kendall showing fighting spirit here. The bigger members of the roster are surprisingly good at chain wrestling. Yeah, this is true. Is chain wrestling linked to power stats, though? Because if it is, then that makes sense. Kendall throwing Margaret into the corner. She goes up top. And a nice, like, I don't actually know what that would be. It's like some form of moonsault, but like a double jump moonsault. Is that what it's called? Something like that. She locks in a figure 4. Will Margaret tap? As Kendall keeps trying to lock it in deeper. But it looks like the hold was broken. Kendall targeting the legs of Margaret now. As she climbs to the top rope. Goes in for another moonsault, but Margaret moves out the way. Capitalising on a double axe handle while Kendall was on her knees to stop her from getting back up. Throwing her against the ropes now, dropping down. And a huge bodied splash that Kendall looked like she managed to move out of. It's unfortunate the game made that look really glitchy, because I actually have no idea what happened. Kendall going for the pin now. 1, 2, and Margaret kicking out at 2. It looked like Margaret was going to set up for some sort of like power bomb, it looked like, but Kendall managed to stop that from happening. She starts throwing some punches now at Margaret. Throwing her into the corner. We've seen Kendall do this a few times now, but it's a smart move to take someone that's as powerful as Margaret is and try and debilitate them by leaving them in the corner. Not giving them too much free reign in the ring, because that is a scary thing when you've got someone the size of Margaret and as powerful as Margaret to give her the space. You know, you want to leave someone like Margaret trapped in the corner. At the end of the day, they keep rhinos in captivity because of their power and danger. Settle. Fucking Jesus Christ. Thank you for the follow. Margaret going for the pin now on Kendall. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 from Kendall. Keeping this match going. Both women showing a really valiant display here. Another powerful back clothesline from Margaret. That's Margaret taking Kendall to the corner, putting her on the top rope, and I don't even know what this is, and the referee's blocking anyway. It looked like some form of driver though, going into the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 from Kendall. Can I join MCW? What you need to do is you need to add me on Discord. It's the same username as it is on Twitch. If you add me, I can send you an invite to the server and we can go from there. Going in for the pin after the moonsault. 1, 2, and another kick out from Kendall Crimson. But for the love of God, if you're joining the server, please actually read the rules. Power bomb into a big elbow. As now Margaret Majors climbs back up to the top rope, going for another moonsault. Into the pin. Could this one be it? 1, 2, 3. It is. Margaret Majors getting a W on her debut. Just one kick out too many needed. One kick out too many, unfortunately. But Margaret Major showing that she could definitely be a big force on that strike division. And a good match for both competitors as well. And despite Kendall Crimson still not picking up her first win, still safe to say that she's definitely put in a valiant performance here and shown that she, you know, she's more than just her loss record at this point, and she can still put on a very good match. And sometimes that is all you need to gain the fans' respect. I mean, you just look at someone like Serena Starchild, who has only won one match her entire career, yet is adored by the entire of MCW's universe. Getting over in defeat is something that does happen a lot here. Do 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 do. We built this city on rock and roll. Ooh. No Starchild slander. I never even slandered her. I just said she only won one match. That's just factual. That's not even slander. That's just a statement. That is a factual statement. She has one match, one win in 6 matches. Apologies for the yawning. It is 9:45.